Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have an unboxing to do. I am on quite the roll of unboxings this month, and this is one that I'm really pumped on. If you haven't seen this knife already, this is my Finch Runtley. This one specifically is the yellow belly version of the knife and yellow G10. This is one of my favorite small, like secondary carry EDC knives. I carry this knife a lot. I've used it quite a bit. I've done a review on this. I've done a testing video on it. This is a great knife. And the guys over at Finch have been busy because they have come out with a couple of new things actually. They're a brand new company on the knife scene. This was their first model, the Runtley, and now they have a knife called the Tikuna. I'm not positive on the pronunciation. Tikuna. Takuna. That's what's in here. And spoiler alert, they also just came out with another new model called the 1929. And it is, like, this is probably the most traditional knife I have at the moment. And you can tell it's very non-traditional, but it's got a nail nick and the form is semi-traditional. But the 1929 actually really looks like a traditional knife, but it's still a flipper. I'm pretty sure it's on bearings and it's like a sub frame lock, really cool looking knife. I have one of those coming soon as well. And not gonna say 100% what everything is going to be in my 1K subscriber giveaway, which is now right around the corner, but there's gonna be a 1929. I just found out this morning when I was talking to Finch. They're sending one for me to give away in that giveaway. So if you like Finch knives, or if you're even just not familiar with them yet, this is going to be your chance, my 1K subscriber giveaway, to get their brand new model, which is really, really cool of them. But they also sent this just a couple of days ago. It just arrived. This is the Takuna in here, and I've never held one of these in person. I've been drooling over them on Instagram for a long time as they've been teasing it coming out, and they were super kind to send me one to review and to test. And so you're going to be seeing quite a bit of content on this one, but let's get it out of the box and see what we are working with. I cut this right on the fold. That probably wasn't the best spot to do it, but there we go. Awesome. Perfect. So this is a Finch box. Finch does really great packaging. This one, I can already tell from the label on here, is the bright orange version, which is dope because it's going to go awesome with my yellow belly Runtley. So let's get it out of here and see what we're working with. I like that on their packaging. It's got kind of their slogan, keep life from getting dull. It's a great knife company slogan, especially for, they kind of make like, it's weird. They're almost gentleman's knives, as you can see from the form and function of their knives, but they're also like fun, bright colors, and they've got some in more muted tones too, if that's your thing. But I love that, like, this knife, this tiny little sucker, is bright yellow G10. I've never had a yellow G10 knife until this one, and I love that it's yellow. Oh, here we go. My bad. So in their packaging, you get a Band-Aid, which is a good call because these do come very sharp. Get a little flipping the Finch decal. Their warranty card, I think, is one of the best in the game. It's like this clear business card shaped thing, but skinny. It's a really cool little warranty card. And then set into this plush felt topped foam. This is like velour almost. It's like really silky soft. We have the knife itself. And I wasn't positive what to expect size-wise because I knew this was a small knife, but I knew it probably wasn't quite as small as my Runtley. So we'll hold them side by side, but this does feel a little bigger than the Runtley, but as you can see, it is still a very small knife. So this one is orange G10, which has been kind of sculpted. I hope that shows through on the camera. It's a really cool, I like that it's smooth G10, but it has that like patterned texture on it. And then we've got the same Finch crest there, which actually glows in the dark, which I love. I've mentioned this several times about the Runtley. I don't like glow materials that always look like greenish. I've never been a fan, but this crest looks like a well done, nice, like white kind of silvery crest. And then it happens to be glow in the dark, which then makes it very cool to me. I don't like it when it's glowy. The centering is perfect, literally perfect. They did send this knife specifically to me, so in kind of Shabazz style, I'll say I have to assume that they probably sent me a very well QC'd one, but the Runtley came perfect as well, and that came from River's Edge Cutlery and was not sent to me direct by. So I'm assuming that this is just the quality I can expect from Finch, and yeah, that is perfect centering. Let's check the action. Ooh, it flicks. Yeah, that's great. All right, so we've got a liner lock in here, and the lock bar is raised in what appears to be a really good way. It's really I guess there's a couple spots with a little bit of jimping, but the most apparent jimping on the knife is on the lock bar to disengage it. Oh, that's great. And right out of the box, without breaking this in, that's dropping pretty well, especially for such a small little blade. Very cool. Ergos feel great. This is a nice, really neutral handle shape. Obviously, it's not just straight. It's not all straight lines. We've got some curve here, but it does swell out toward the back. And then it's like just a very gentle curve for the palm. We've got a matched orange backspacer here. I love that they took the time to make the liners black as well to go with the blade. Wow, this looks great. All right, so on this side, it just says Finch. On this side, we've got Takuna and 154 cm. The Runtley is in N690. So as you can see, we've got a lot more blade on the Takuna, but it's still what I would consider like a small or a secondary carry knife. It's certainly small enough to be a back pocket or a waistband carry for me. That's how I typically carry my secondary carry knives lately. The Runtley is awesome in the 5th pocket. I doubt that the Takuna is going to be a 5th pocket knife like the Runtley is, just because you can see there is some size difference there. It's not massive in comparison. If you put this next to a PM2, it's going to look tiny, but the Runtley is probably the smallest knife that I actually own. Wow, yeah, this flipper is great. Now I'm curious which one flips better, because the Runtley is really snappy, especially for such a tiny little blade. But this, I feel like that blade length might help it. The detent feels the same to me, but the proportions of this are different, so that works great. Obviously, our only deployment method on here is the flipper tab, whereas on the Runtley, I like to middle finger flick it with that nail neck, but wow, this is great. Yeah, Finches, not only did I really like the Runtley, but I could tell just in pictures, this was a design I could get behind. And as soon as I got my Runtley and started taking pictures of it and posting them on Instagram, and putting videos up on YouTube, I started talking to the guys over there just to get a sense of who they were, what they had coming up, and they're an awesome group of guys running the company. They're so kind, so nice, and really good at answering any questions that I have, and they've just been a pleasure to talk to. And it's really cool to see a brand new company like this not only come out with a first knife that I really wanted and now have loved since I got it and goes in pocket a lot, but their second model that came out is one that I was also super drawn to in terms of the aesthetics and the build of it. And now their third model that's coming out, or just launched technically, is really exciting. I feel like a lot of brand new knife companies have to find their stride a little bit, especially in terms of design, but how cool is it, I should say, that Finch can come out with 1, 2 in a row, first and second knives that they come out with that are just excellent, like really, really good. All right, this isn't gonna be my full first impressions video that I will shoot once I've had this in pocket, done at least a little bit of cutting with it to feel it out a little bit. But wow, yeah, this knife I can get a full 4 fingers on, as you can see, and I think what's astounding me the most is the amount of blade length for the handle. I was expecting to not have this much cutting edge for how small of a knife this is, and they've really used the real estate super well here. This is really well thought out in terms of the actual design of the knife. I like it quite a bit. I love that I've got some flat here with a good amount of belly coming up to this tip. It's very sharp too. That's why they send a Band-Aid, which is a good touch. All knife companies should do that. Or don't. Let Finch keep being a unique one for that being something they do. But This is really cool. I like that flipper tab too. The jimping on it is non-aggressive, but does give me just the right amount of like bite on it, just the right amount of traction. Oh, that's great. Very cool. There's a reason the sticker that comes with it says flipping the Finch, because this is a fun flipper. Ooh, there we go. Sweet. Well, thank you so much to Finch Knife Co for sending this over. I will thoroughly be enjoying this one, and there's going to be a picture of it up on Instagram today because I've got a brand new bright orange knife and it looks dope. So yeah, thank you so much to the guys over at Finch. Be on the lookout for my first impressions, and then I'll almost certainly be doing a testing video with this one as well, kind of seeing what it's made of a little bit. All the ingredients and the seeming build quality are screaming that it's going to be pretty good. So that'll be coming very soon, and then ultimately a full review. And the 1929 is, as I just learned, also coming to me and to one of you as well. So thank you for checking it out with me. Plenty more to come, and I will be looking forward to it because this is a sweet little flipper.